how does it work? eBay reselling is super, super easy. And kind of like I said before, you find something for really cheap that's of good value, and then you turn around, list it on eBay, sell it. A lot of times, I would say on average, I'm making about $20 to $30 a sale. I have some really good ones. I have some really bad ones. Some I just want to get rid of and I lose money on. It really depends on what it is. But it's very simple, very straightforward. You just find something cheap, resell it for a higher profit, and essentially you're just going to make the difference in between. It's a very simple and easy way to make the money. So where would you find the things to sell? That's always a big problem. I know a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of really successful people, they say the money is in the buy. Even when I was working in power sports, they said it's all about what you buy it for. You can sell it for whatever price, but if you sell it for $10,000, if you only bought it for $8,000, you'd make $2,000. But if you got a smoking deal where you bought it for $5,000, you could still sell it at that same $10,000, but you're making $5,000 on it instead of just that $2,000. So it's really about how do you buy it, where do you buy it from, and what price can you get it from. A couple places that I go to, Goodwill, obviously. Goodwill is a great place to find stuff. You do have to do a little more searching, but it's somewhere where, like, on your way home from work, you can just stop by Goodwill and pick up some stuff. You can search through a few different like bins that they have there. A lot of stuff that I buy at Goodwill, I've got jackets. There was one specifically that I got. It was $15. A super nice, brand new, still had the tags on it. Some like Air Force jacket, and brand new thing. It resold, like typically brand new on their website. It sold for like $250. I think I got rid of it for about $120. So I made like somewhere around $100 after all the fees and everything on it. Another place to find stuff to sell are bin stores. These would be Target returns, Amazon returns, Walmart returns. All of these places, what they do is if they get returns that they don't see as a valuable return, then they ship them all up. They pack them all up, put them into boxes, put them into like a semi, and then they'll like ship them out and sell the semi by the truckload to other places who are like, hey, I'll buy that entire truckload of like returned items, possibly defective items, just stuff that people didn't want and they didn't see a value in like actually putting back on the shelf. And then those people get it for pennies on the dollar. And then like the one here in town, they put them into bins and they have all these big returned items. They may work, they may not work. They might be brand new, just returned. And they'll sell it and they do $8 for everything. So whatever item you find, it's $8. If you find a laptop computer, $8. If you find like a pair of underwear, it's $8. It doesn't matter what it is. It's still $8 no matter what it is for that day. So that would be a bin store here in town. It's called Wholesale Logistics. If you are interested in it, that's in Lincoln, Nebraska. That place is awesome. That's been my baby for probably almost a year now, because I started like last winter. And the secret to it, if you are around this area in Lincoln, the secret is Friday and Saturday they get new bins there. So they get new truckloads. Fridays they completely restock everything. It's all new items. Nobody's looked at them. Nobody's dug through them. And then Saturday they put another layer on whatever is left. So they have the items from Friday and then they just put another layer on top of it. So both Friday and Saturday, it's $8 a day. And then like Sundays, it's $5, Mondays, it's $3, and Tuesdays, it's $1 for whatever you can find. But they've been sifted through. But if you do go Friday or Saturday, what you want to do is you want to show up there. I typically get there between 6:30 and 7. And then there's a line that waits outside about 7:15 to 7:30. The owner or the manager shows up and passes out numbers for where your place in line is. Typically, you want to be under 30. That's what I found is kind of the sweet spot. Just there's people who will stay there all night or get there at 3 in the morning, so they'll be there, and usually that's 1 to 10 or 15. And then if you're like 15 to 30, you're in a really good spot. You have plenty of time to look through stuff, but you get that number. I go to the gym. I like go work out, maybe grab a coffee, something like that. Get back there by 9:45, and then you get back in line at 10 o'clock. You're lined up. Go back into where you were in line. Go inside. Everybody's kind of like running, walking super fast. But you go back inside, and then you can start digging through the bins. So that's kind of the trick with it. You got to show up super early in the morning, get your number, come back, and then you're in line. That has been my baby. I've made so much money off of that. Just reselling items. I mean, here recently, let's see, I got like a $200 vacuum for it. It was $8 to me. But the price of it and the value of it is $200. And when you find any of these items, you have to make sure that it is valuable. You don't just want to grab any crap that you find. You need to make sure it's valuable. So another place you can find that stuff is garage sales. That's a little less common. I don't do that very often. Some people who resell like furniture and stuff like that, they will go to garage sales because it's a lot easier to find. If you're looking for like new items, probably not going to find it at garage sales. You want to go to like a bin store. Goodwill is a good one for shoes, I would say. Shoes and clothing. And but garage sales are good for some other stuff. You can find some electronics there too that people just want to get rid of. Golf clubs are another thing that sell really well. The shipping on those is a little sketchy though. And then the last place is Facebook, actually. So Facebook is kind of like a garage sale. You're looking at Marketplace for stuff that has value, but you can find it for super cheap. And somebody, let's just use a golf club set, for example. Somebody wants to sell their golf club set. It's a pair of, I don't even know, Wilsons, something like that. A set of Wilson golf clubs. Maybe they're worth $400, and somebody's like, hey, I want to sell these for $50. Well, you can take those, and then you might be able just to take the irons out of them and be like, sell them on eBay or something and say, hey, I got a set of Wilson irons and I'm going to sell them for $75. That might be valuable to somebody else in another part of the world more than it is to whoever is in your local market. That's the good part about eBay, is that you can sell stuff that might not be valuable to your area and put it in a marketplace in an area that is valuable. So that's what you can do with Facebook, is take something from your local market and push it out into the world.